What is up? All right, I've had a couple people asking to hear about how the Kings Road ride went, and it was a smashing success. The Gemini performed flawlessly. I've used 7% of the Smart Shift battery over 206 miles. I mean, I think charging it once a month is going to be almost overzealous. The battery in this thing goes forever. I did a century on it a couple weeks back and used like 3% battery. So anyone with battery range anxiety over the Smart Shift Pinion, forget it. Forget it. Unless you're doing a long tour, bring your charger for that. But for a 200-mile ride, I used 7%. That was nothing. Yeah, bike performed perfectly. Had no problem at all running 47 mil tires. That was fine. A couple soft sandy bits, but they're the same. You know, if I hit them on 2.5s, still would have had a sunk. You know. Well, let's see. Gear review. This was my first Ultra on any of this stuff. The Redshift C Post was freaking perfect. My butt was tired by the end, but it was never sore. I was never hurting. That was clutch right there. So Redshift, dude, nailed it on this thing. Same with the shock stop. I've used this on my checkpoints extensively, and I absolutely love it. The top shelf runs the kitchen sink's geometry, so hand positions with the cruise control grips and everything was perfect. I had about 4 main hand positions. I was using hoods, back of the hoods, and then actually I found in some of the softer, sandier bits where you're fighting for control, I was actually down on the drops just to have that wider position, and no problems. I was nice and stable even in the soft stuff. So did not expect that. These quick release aero bars with my low ghetto bridge on them were a complete win. I had them set up so I was nice and stretched out. I just got them off now because I was cleaning, but these were a complete winner. These will be coming on basically like any long ride from now on. Tally Tango in 2 weeks. If I bring the Gemini, these are absolutely coming with. They just give you that extra, in my case, 4th hand position. Also lets you rock forward off of your primary seating position. Gives you a second seating position. So the wear and tear on your butt's actually much nicer when you got the extra seating position. Rounding out the Redshift stuff, these blinked from the start to the finish. So 19 hours and 57 minutes, or 1947, I think was my finish time of these, keeping us safe. You know, there's some night road sections and stuff like that. And I would always get sent to the back of our little group of 6 or 7 people because I could sit in the back and keep everyone that little bit safer having these on. Of course, my super flash was on the entire time. Actually, I brought 2. One of them shattered on Old Bellamy Road because the surface was so rough and crappy. Let's see, other gear. The Victogen light that I swear by these things. I have a whole pile of them. This is their new 9000 series that they sent me. I burned this thing for 70 miles, and I think I used about half the battery. And the last, I think the last 15 miles or so, once I was on the rail trail to the finish, I set it to full beam, low. Actually, I think I ran it on medium for a while just because I was spoiled for battery. I still finished it like 50% battery on that thing. So these things go forever. I did bring a spare, but never even looked at it. Other big gear win here in my frame bag. I have the new Apodura 3-liter frame bag bladder. I drained this twice. I was actually using it to fill water bottles at one point because I did run a bottle behind it. This lasted me from High Springs at mile 75 to Palatka at mile 160, and I was finally getting the little dregs out of the bottom. So that's coming on every Ultra from now on because that thing was amazing. I will be using this extensively. That's it. Bike performed perfectly. I wish I had gone a little faster, but it was my first time doing 200 miles and I came in under 20 hours. So I'm freaking stoked, fired up for the next one, and yeah, ride on.